Testing, testing. It's time to play ball. Coverage of the North Platte FNBO Nationals starts now. Home and away radio coverage only from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. And watch live on your TV on demand at northplattepost.com. Just click on live streams. Now here's the voice of the senior FNBO Nationals, Paxton Gordon.
Hey, welcome everybody in. It's the start here of the Kearney Hastings tournament. The FNBO Nationals here taking on Lincoln Northstar in game number 1 here in Hastings. Then the rest of the games will be in Kearney tomorrow, 12:30 and 2:30, as well as on Sunday, at 10 a.m. Hey, we're about to get ready here in this game, so I'm going to take a real quick break, and we come back. Hey, no national anthem, no starting lineups. We're getting into her, so strap yourself in. It's going to be one heck of a ride. Hey, stay tuned. More action here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on northplattepost.com.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. I'm Farmer's Agent Stephen Rhodes. I can help you understand your options so we can prepare for whatever the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. To learn more, call me, Farmer's Agent Stephen Rhodes, at 308-534-9050. Find out how I can help you protect the things that matter most.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Gary's Superfoods. Discover grocery shopping as it should be. Personal and friendly. An unbeatable meat department and great weekly specials. Gary's Superfoods. Big city selection. Hometown service. Gary's Superfoods has 4 locations to better serve you on East 4th, the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte, McCook, and Broken Bow.
We've got what you want. We've got what you need. Your satisfaction is guaranteed.
FNBO Nationals American Legion Baseball on 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by North Platte Kubota and the D&N Event Center.
Welcome in, everybody. Carson Johnson already with a leadoff single here to start this game versus Lincoln Northstar. That's right, we're already in this game. Caden Johnson here up next with Cole Wright on deck and Carter Kelly in the hole. I told you we're getting right underway here, and you thought I was lying. Heck no, I never lied to you. On the mound here, Lyndon Bregman for the side of Lincoln Northstar is the second pitch in to Caden Johnson, who's now up to bat. The 1-1 is where we're sitting. Carson Johnson on over at first base to lead off here the game for the Nationals. As that pitch from Bregman's down in the dirt for ball number 2. That's right, we're getting here rocking and rolling here early in this ball game. I know, I can't believe it, because we are rocking and rolling early on here in this ball game. Nationals taking on Lincoln Northstar. The pitch on over to first. Not going to be in time, going to get Carson Johnson back. Still the 2-1 count on the side of the Nationals on over here. Taking on Lincoln Northstar in game number 1 of the Hastings tournament. Right now, North Platte coming in. As I look here at where it is on the senior side. It says right here that they are ranked number 4, but they're taking on Lexington. Doesn't seem like the right one, as that one is down on strike for strike 3 from Caden Johnson for out number 1 here in the game. So, need a little work done on this bracket here, if that's the case, because unfortunately, the side of the Nationals not taking on Lexington at the moment. So now up to bat comes Cole Wright. Wright taking the mound here today for the Nationals. Wright playing left field today on the mound for the Nationals. Tristan Byer on their side. With runner still at first being Carson Johnson. Nationals looking to strike early here and get either run home, and they actually be the devil. There goes Carson Johnson, but he's caught in the pickle, and he's going to not easily be out as a throw from the first baseman. Sunken's going to go into the left field side following the bad throw. And with that, Carson Johnson's going to easily waltz his way onto second with the passed up ball. It was an easy out as Johnson was caught in the pickle. But on the side of Northstar, they just couldn't get that throw in, and because of that, runner on over at first base, at second base now is Carson Johnson in this ball game. As that next pitch is down low for ball number 1 to Cole Wright from Bregman. Hey, again, thank you all. If you want to tune in to today's live stream, you can do so on the NorthPlattePost.com. You go to the North Platte section. It's a big old swing and a miss from Cole Wright. Finds the mark, no good. You go to the North Platte section, and then you click on live streams, and that is where you will find us. It's a 1-2 count now to Cole Wright as Bregman trying to get out number 2 for Lincoln Northstar early in this ball game. Nationals really trying to bolster this at the moment. This strong start, and that is in there for a late called 3 strike. Down goes Cole Wright for the second out here of this inning. Second strikeout of the day for Bregman. That now brings up Carter Kelly to bat. Again, Carson Johnson still sitting on over at first base for the Nationals. As they're looking again to continue the strong stretch of play. Finished third in the Cheyenne tournament a week ago. They did lose to probably the best team there, the Slammers, who had 8 Division I athletes signed on that team. And hey, an FYI about that team, that's actually a show team. I don't know if I let you all know about that, but that Slammers team is actually a show team. Not really. There's 2 teams coming out from where they are in Colorado. One on the actual team, and then this show team that made its way down here, down to Cheyenne for the tournament. Swung on and driven into left field for a base hit from Carter Kelly. That's going to bring home Carson Johnson. Carter Kelly again showing off the RBI skills here in a couple of days, doing some good work. Had a home run against Columbus about a week ago as well. And now with that, an RBI single off the bat of Carter Kelly. Nationals now up in this ball game 1-0. 2 outs, so again, it happened again. 2 outs in the inning. Nationals getting on the board as that was a lobber over to Preston Yates at third for an easy out from Tristan Byer. And with that, the inning will end for the Nationals. Hey, but look at that. They did get themselves 1 run across. They now lead Lincoln Northstar 1-0. With that, we'll take a real quick break and come back for the Lincoln Northstar side of the inning with, hey, look at that. Oh my gosh, Coach cut his hair. That is quite a shocker there, as we will now have on the mound Tristan Byer for the Nationals. So don't you turn that dial. More action here right around the corner.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. A little preventive maintenance can spot problems before they pop up and might even help lower your utility bills. Don't wait till you're sweating in the summer heat to think about your air conditioning and heating pumps. Call Hanson Plumbing and Heating today to schedule your maintenance checks. It's as easy as picking up the phone to stay cool this summer. Call Hanson's 534-5020. Hanson's Plumbing and Heating of North Platte.
Whoo, boy, the summer is flying by at Larry's RV in North Platte. Stop by if you're looking for a new RV or needing parts and accessories. New Bullet travel trailers are arriving, and Rockwell travel trailers and fifth wheels coming soon. A new 2022 Milestone 326 RL fifth wheel is here. A very spacious living room and an island kitchen that has a wine refrigerator. A large bedroom slide extends into the bathroom, and a cozy fireplace in the living room. Tour the new Milestone 326 RL fifth wheel at Larry's RV in North Platte today. Easy financing also available with approved credit.
I take great pride in my lawn, and my Raptor zero-turn mower from Hustler gives me the perfect manicured cut I want. With the power, strength, and speed of a professional zero-turn mower, I quickly maneuver around obstacles with ease, allowing me to maneuver around life's most difficult obstacle, time. Hustler Turf Quality Tools, designed to improve quality of life. The Hustler residential family of mowers, starting at just $27.99. Get yours today at Mike's Motorcycle and ATV Repair at 2220 Prospect Plain, North Platte.
welcome everybody in back to Hastings and Duncan Field. FNBO Nationals currently holding a 1-0 lead over Lincoln Northstar. Nationals here for the Kearney Hastings tournament. I've come to the conclusion that this bracket that I have been handed is a year old. That is right, because the games have already been determined for this weekend. We got 1 today, 2 tomorrow, 1 then on Saturday. I almost said Friday. Today's Friday. Can you believe that? Lincoln Northstar today. Game 2 tomorrow at 12:30, and then 2:30 for Saturday's games in Kearney, and then Sunday against the Colorado Dirt Devils. That will be at 10 a.m., and that'll then do it for the side of the Kearney Hastings tournament, and then one more regular season game for the Nationals at Ogallala on Tuesday. And then next week, it begins, everybody. Districts begin on Friday, going all the way through, I believe, Tuesday. I did my math correct. Or Wednesday. Whatever was 6 days. I think it's Wednesday. I forgot. It's Friday. Hey, it's a Friday. Don't blame it on me. So Cooper Westland here up to bat to start for Lincoln Northstar against Tristan Byer, who's on the mound here. Nationals getting up 1-0 as Westland showed a bunt, but that falls in for a strike anyway from Byer. 0-1 the count. Again, Nationals finishing third place last week in the Cheyenne tournament, really having their season ramp up at the right time. So Byer gets into the motion. The 0-1 to Westland. Down in the turf for ball number 1 to Cooper. Following Cooper, Westman, Lyndon Bregman, and then Davis Jones on the side of Lincoln Northstar. Nationals wearing their beautiful black uniforms with the white bottoms. Is that off-speed curve not going to hit the mark? Ball 2. Lincoln Northstar with their blue, essentially red, white, and blue. Primary blue tops with some hints of red and white, and then the white bottoms. 2-1 count to Westland from Tristan Byer. He sets and delivers. That one low once more. It's now the count's 3-1. Really, the bulk of the reason the Nationals went on to a third-place finish last week was because of their offense, absolutely crushing it. Only having, I think, one game where they didn't score more than 4 points. That one is outside once more. Ball 4. Byer's going to walk the first batter. He sees Westland all over to first. Yeah, Nationals only having the one shutout game where they got absolutely decimated by the Slammers in the quarterfinals game in the Cheyenne, the semifinals game, in the Cheyenne tournament. Where they lost to the Slammers in a rematch 13-0. The only other game where they didn't score more than over 5 runs was against the Greeley Gojos in game number 2. Westland on over at first is Lyndon Bregman up to bat. That pitch from Byer is in there. Strike number 1. Westland at first. Bregman up to bat. Davis Jones on deck with Cameron Tyner in the hole. Nationals leading 1-0. 1 run on 2 hits. Compared now to the bottom half of the first inning where we can see what the damage is going to be done on the side of Lincoln Northstar. That curve not in there. Ball number 1. That one, from my angle, looked like it slipped in, but 1-1 is the count now to Bregman, who's pitching today for Lincoln Northstar. Westland on over at first. Pitch on over to first is going to get Westland back. So the count still stays at 1-1. It's a really beautiful day outside. It's going to be extremely hot on Sunday. 106. My good heavens. Everybody stay cool on that day. Here comes now then the 1-1. Runner was thinking about going, but that was drilled in the right field. And it's going to fall in for a base hit in front of Barocia. So with that, there's now runners at the corners on the side of Lincoln Northstar. But the runner on over at first, Bregman, running his way into second, tripped and falls, but now he's injured as he's slow to get up, it looks like. Was making his way on to second. Seemed to have tripped up and maybe hurt something in his lower body because he was on the ground. And because of that, he was tagged out. So instead of runners at the corners, it's now runners at third base for Lincoln Northstar with 1 out as out goes Bregman on over back to the dugout. So Davis Jones now up to bat. One out to the name of the North Stars coming out of Lincoln. Cooper Westland on over at third base. So a runner in scoring position looking to tie this ballgame up quite quickly on the side of Lincoln North Star. It's a 1-0 lead for the Nationals at the moment. The pitch. That one, just a bit high and outside. Ball number 1 to Jones. Following Davis Jones, Cameron Tynert, and Caden Steiger for Lincoln North Star in this ball game. Byer with the 1-0. Another off-speed, high and tight in the left corner, but just a little too far off the plate. It's 2-0 now, the count to Jones. One out to the name of Lincoln North Star. Byer with the 2-0. Slow chopper down out of the field of play, foul for strike number 1. 2-1 at the moment to Davis Jones. Jones playing catcher today. Clouds a little bit windy. It's blowing to the right field side, as well as some nice cloud cover today to keep it relatively cool. Byer with the 2-1 now. Popped up, drifting towards the first base side. Onwards comes Cooper Hill, but not going to be in time. And with that, the ball falls out of the field of play. Strike number 2. Hey, Cooper, it must be the time of the haircuts for the Nationals, as the once good flowing locks for Cooper Hill are now out the window, and now comes the short hair. Coach doesn't even have any hair at the moment, so that means I might need to get my hair cut. If my mother's listening in, she's probably still disappointed to hear that I haven't gotten my hair cut. But Byer now with the 2-2 count to Jones. Whew, that one right close to hitting Jones in the elbow, but that's ball number 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nationals still leading 1-0 here in this ball game. Tristan Byer on the mound, a full count to Davis Jones. Popped up, drifting once more over to Cooper Hill. He calls for it. He gets under it and gloves it for out number 2. Two out here in the inning for the Nationals. Looking to squeeze out of here. Not allowing a single run, though a runner is in scoring position for Lincoln North Star. Currently at third, Cooper Westland still looking to get it rocking and rolling for Lincoln North Star, but the Nationals trying to shut it down early. Going to the next inning with the lead still. Here comes Byer's first pitch to Cameron Tynert. That's going to squeak into the zone for strike number 1. 1-1 the count to him. Again, Westland still on over at third, following Tynert, Caden Steiger, and Preston Yates. Byers 0-1. Slow grounder that's going to get into the outfield for a base hit. Jack Polk tried to jump for it. Couldn't get there in time, and so with that, Tynert with 2 outs, going to hit a single up the middle. That's going to score the runner. It's now a 1-1 ball game for Caden Steiger. Up next here for Lincoln North Star. Steiger looking to advance the runner. Tynert on over at first base. Still now a tied ball game here early in the bottom of the first. The pitch from Byer is swung on and fouled down the third base side. Strike number 1. Preston Yates up next with Braden Sunken in the hole for Lincoln North Star. Wind now pushing directly into center field. 1-1 ball game. Tynert on over at first. The pitch is going to hit Caden Steiger in the back, and with that, 2 are now on with 2 out as that pitch on the side of Tristan Byer just came out of the arm wrong. Came out that hand quite wrong as it smacked him right in the back. And with that, that brings up Preston Yates to bat on the side of Lincoln North Star. 2 on and 2 out for them. Tynard on over at second with Steiger on over at first. Following Preston Yates, Braden Sunken, and then Caden Ireland. Byer looking to get out of this little predicament he's found himself in, as that's a slow grounder that'll bounce off his glove, picked up by Polk. He's not going to get there in time, actually, on over to first. They are going to say he gets him out at first. Either which way, they're going to say runner at first was tagged out. A bang-bang play, and with that, the inning is over. Nationals had that lead that they had tied up by Lincoln Northstar, currently sitting 1-1. 1 run on 2 hits for the Nationals, 1 run on 2 hits for Lincoln Northstar. So we'll take a quick little break. We come back, a fortified group, top of the second inning. Nationals tied with Lincoln Northstar 1-1.
Third goes with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling. All backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Herd cattle, mend fences, and get every job done right with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See the full line of Kubota products at your North Platte Kubota on South Highway 83 or online at npkubota.com.
How would you like to get a warranty on a used car, truck, or SUV? When you purchase a qualified pre-owned vehicle at Premier Toyota in North Platte, it comes with a 6-month or 6,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. 6-month or 6,000 miles, whichever comes first. That is totally awesome when you are buying a pre-owned vehicle. Stop out and talk to the friendly staff at Premier Toyota, just south of I-80 today. Take a test drive and get a warranty on qualified pre-owned vehicles. Let's go places.
Welcome back here to Hastings, the Kearney Hastings Tournament. Nationals tied with Lincoln Northstar 1-1 here in a fortified group, top of the second inning. You can check out Kevin McGann in the fortified group at his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Hey, also thank you to our premier sponsors for today, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota. Up to bat here, Jack Polk on the side of the Nationals. Polk making that really good save on over at short just an inning ago to end it. Now looking to capitalize and start off with a leadoff base hit. First pitch from Bregman in for strike number 1. So yes, I was handed a tournament bracket, which I was going to so proudly talk to you guys about and let you know where the Nationals are sitting here in this tournament. That pitch is outside 1-1. The tournament organizers were going to give it to me. Turns out it's a year old. So that's a no muy bueno. Here comes a 1-1 from Bregman. Swung on and missed by Jack Polk. That's strike number 2. So again, 1 game today, 2 tomorrow, 1 on Sunday. A 12:30 and 2:30 start time tomorrow, and then a 10 a.m. start time on Sunday. The 1-2. Ooh, that one in there. Strike 3. A late call from the ump, and with that, down goes Jack Polk. Strike number 1. That's the 3rd strikeout of the day. So far for Bregman, all of them looking. Gave up the 1 run early on the side of Northstar, but after that point has been pretty, not to be pun intended, on point. That pitch going to fall outside. Ball number 1 to Dean McIntyre, is playing catcher today with Byer on the mound. The 1-0. That one also down low. It's 2-0 count now to McIntyre. Again, next week, last regular season game on the road against Ogallala. And then district start on that Friday. The 2-0. Once more down low. Ball number 3. Good patience from McIntyre. Again, not swinging on these pitches. Bregman's already showing how deadly he is early on with 3 strikeouts to his name. But currently in a hole to McIntyre. 3-0. Outside ball 4. With that, Dean McIntyre gets a walk to lead off the top of the second inning. Going to waltz his way on over to first to bring up Cooper Hill. Again, haircut Cooper Hill at the moment. Well, not even at the moment, but haircut Cooper Hill coming up to bat. You know what they say? Get that fresh cut. It's a new you. New you means Cooper Hill going to make some runs come across as, here come Blaze Zeiler up now to pinch, courtesy run, for the Nationals, for Dean McIntyre. So with that, the regular season steal record holder, Blaze Zeiler, now with an opportunity to steal another one. There he goes. He got a really good start. Bregman with the slow windup. It's a stand-up stolen base even. And I can already envision some problems on the side of Lincoln Northstar as Bregman has an extremely slow windup and motion. And because of that, the blazing speed of Blaze Zeiler might cause a problem in this ball game. The pitch down in the dirt once more. That is now six straight pitches that have become a ball. So Cooper Hill looking to reach back-to-back walks from Bregman. The 3-0. Well, I say that, and that one splits right down the middle for strike number one. Ay, that, me and my mouth, right? So 3-1 the count now to Cooper Hill with the Blaze Zeiler caught in the pickle. He got a little stuck, stumbled around, and with that, Coach Ricky Holm not happy. And with that, down goes Blaze Zeiler. A little indecisive on what he should be doing on the pad, it looks like. He got stuck. Kind of like in a little bit of a brain jam where half of his brain wanted to go and the other half wanted to stay. So with that, he just kind of got stuck. And because of that, gets caught in the pickle. So now 2 are down here in the top of the second inning. A fortified group, top of the second. It's now a 3-1 count to Cooper Hill. Make that ball 4. And with that, one runner is back aboard, and hey, we've reached it. 2 outs here in this inning, so the Nationals are going to produce most of their offense through this scenario. Now as on comes Andrew Barocious with due up after that Carson Johnson and then Caden Johnson. So Cooper Hill standing on over at first base. Bregman delivers. Check swing, but that pitch is in for strike number 1 to Barocious. Again, Andrew Barocious had that inside the park home run in the Cheyenne tournament a week ago. Looking to maybe do the same here. This wide open field in Hastings. Duncan Field pretty wide open. Wow, wowzers, that 0-1 from Bregman. Off speed way outside the zone. I'm talking a whole new dimension we're flying up here. With that pitch, 1-1 the count now to Andrew Barocious. With Cooper Hill on over at first base for the Nationals. The pitch. That one is check swing then fouled off of the bat of Barocious for strike number 2. It's a 1-2 count here for Andrew Barocious. Two outs here in the top of the second inning. Cooper Hill still on at first. 1-2 the count for the 9-hole hitter Barocious versus Bregman. Bregman. The 1-2. Check swing, but it's in there. Strike 3. It's the 4th strikeout of the day for Bregman. And with that ends the top of the second inning. No runs were able to come across on no hits and no errors on the side here in the top of the second. Hey, we'll head now to the bottom of the second inning. The FNBO Nationals currently leading at the moment. Why did I say leading? I got a little ahead of myself. Tied with Lincoln Northstar. My bad. 1-1.
The best service starts with the best people.
Today's windshields provide 70% of your protection in a rollover accident. With proper installation, it'll keep the roof from crashing in on. At All-Star Auto Glass, they'll replace your windows to exact standards using materials that will exceed federal safety standards. Book your appointment online at allstarautoglass.net or find them at 321 South Jefferson. Experience the All-Star difference.
The best service starts with the best people.
If you'd like to start feeling better today, physical therapy can get your health back on track. This is Dr. Chris Kroll at Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, and our mission is to serve you by equipping you with the power to reclaim your health. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, acute injury, or following surgery, we take great pride in helping you return to the activities you love. Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, balancing bodies, restoring life. Most insurance is accepted and no facility fees.
FNBO Nationals American Legion Baseball on 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by North Platte Kubota and the D&N Event Center.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Nationals tied with Lincoln Northstar at the moment, 1-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Hey, thank you again to our premier sponsors for today, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota. Also, Hanson Plumbing and Heating, and Larry's Glass, as well as Lindemeyer Law Office. Up to bat on the side of, Lincoln Northstar. It's going to be Braden Sunken, following Sunken, Caden Ireland, then Caden McCoy. The amount of ways you can spell Caden gonna drive me a little insane these days. Here comes the first pitch to Sunken, as that one's in there from Tristan Byer. You can spell it with a K, you can spell it with a C, you can spell it with a C-A-E-D-Y-N or a K-A-D-E-N. Just absolutely crazy the creativity people have nowadays. Byer now with the 0-1. That one's drilled into center field. On comes Caden Johnson, and with that, Caden Johnson gets the first down of the bottom of the second inning. As now up to bat following Sunken comes Caden Ireland. Here they come the Cadens. Ireland and then Caden McCoy, and then back to the top of the order for the North Stars with Cooper Westland. The pitch. Oh, that one just a little too high and out of the zone for ball number 1 to Ireland. Tristan Byer up to 20 pitches here in the bottom of the second inning, facing now a 1-0 count. That one sneaks its way in, strike number 1. Nationals looking to get off to yet another hot start here in this tournament and started off with a victory. The 1-1. That one is high and off the glove of Dean McIntyre for ball number 2 to Ireland. No shift going on here at the moment. Everybody playing at their normal areas. The wind, though, kind of fluctuating between right field and center. That pitch from Byer is in there for strike number 2. So now with a 2-2 count to Sunken, to Ireland. Here comes Tristan Byer looking to get out number 2. Steps into it and delivers. Check swing and foul off of his bat. Still going to stay at 2-2. Now, Nationals again offensively have been really on fire the last couple of weeks, producing a crap ton of not only runs but extra base hits. Hold that thought. 2-2. Oh, outside now 3-2 the count. So it's going to be interesting to see today, following essentially a week-long break, how they're going to be able to continue that momentum. 3-2 the count to Ireland from Tristan Byer, who now steps into it. Swung on and fouled down the third base side. We're still going to stay right here at 3-2. Because again, the Nationals playing double headers, back-to-backs, and then a tournament all essentially what feels like in 6 days. Then had a prolonged break this week. See how they're going to be able to execute on that offensive plan. 3-2. Slow chopper over to Polk at short. He gloves it onto Hill at first. Had to jump for it. But he gets on the bag for out number 2. 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning, as that's now going to bring up to the plate Caden McCoy for Lincoln Northstar, the 9-hole hitter. And then we go back to the top of the order with Cooper Westland and then Lyndon Bregman. It's good to see Bregman, though, not too hurt after getting tagged out in the bottom of the first inning, He was laying on the turf. It seemed to be an injury, but got back up. Hold that thought, drifting foul towards the right field side, and it does fall out of the field of play. Strike number 1. Bregman, kind of was looking like he was looking to turn to go to second, but slipped and maybe twisted his ankle a little bit. Fell down, got tagged out. But good to see he's walking away and pitching last inning. Here comes the 0-1 now from Byer. That one's high outside the zone. Ball number 1 to McCoy. Game tomorrow at 12, I believe 12:15 or 12:30 against Gretna in Kearney. The 1-1. That one is drilled into center field. On comes Caden Johnson, and he'll let that one unfortunately fall in for a base hit. So with 2 outs now, McCoy will get on to bring up the leadoff man, Cooper Westland. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Westland walked in his first appearance for Lincoln Northstar, has a prime opportunity to advance the runner on over to second and put 2 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Byer up to 30 pitches already. The pitch on over to first, not going to be in time as McCoy gets back with plenty of ease. 1 run on 2 hits for the Nationals. 1 run on 3 hits for Lincoln Northstar. Both sides have yet to commit an error. Byer going to pitch on over to first once more, but McCoy gets back once more in time. So still waiting for the first pitch to Cooper Westland. Following Westland, Lyndon Bregman, and then Davis Jones. The pitch, high outside the zone for ball number 1 to Westland. Nationals looking to start this Kearney Hastings tournament with a bang and getting a W to continue their strong play heading into districts next week. But do face a very tough team in Lincoln Northstar. They didn't play against them in the Lincoln tournament a couple of weeks ago. Both sides really on the up and up. That pitch from Byer is in for strike number 1. 1-1 the count now to Westland. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Good to see a lot of fans out here, specifically on a Friday afternoon. The 1-1. Slow chopper over to Carter Kelly. He can't get it as he dives out for it. So with that, Cooper Westland gets a single. It was a good try on the side of Carter Kelly. Went diving for it with that long frame. Just squeaked right by him. With 2 outs, they're now 2 on here in the bottom of the second inning to bring up Lyndon Bregman. Bregman 1 for 1 with the single in his first appearance before he was tagged out, trying to round on over to second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Byer delivers. That first pitch to Bregman is outside for ball number 1. Nationals tied up with Lincoln Northstar 1-1. In the bottom of the second inning, though, 2 are on and threatening to score as that one is popped and drilled over to the right field side outside the field of play for strike number 1. Again, always a kind of a scare when your car is in that direction. It's the company vehicle, so it's not essentially my vehicle, but I would assume Mr. Derek Beck does not like it coming home with a big old ding in the middle of the window as that one's drilled into left field, and it'll fall out the field of play for strike number 2 as train horn absolutely blaring outside at the moment. So the count is 1-2 now to Lyndon Bregman. Nationals tied with Lincoln Northstar, bottom of the second, 2 on and 2 out. McCoy at second, Westland on over at first. Byer trying to get out of this sticky situation. The 1-2. Whoa! That one is outside, but I think Bregman called time. He did not. He stepped out before the pitch was even thrown, so 2-2 now the count to him. So Byer glances at second at McCoy, but he'll step off the bag and reset himself. right now. Probably should turn the light on. A little blind in here. Oh, that's a nice light down there. Here comes the 2-2. That one's going to get away from Dean McIntyre. So with that, both runners will advance one base pad. So now, following the passed up ball or the wild pitch, runners are now at second and third, now really threatening to score with a 3-2 count to Bregman. I'm like a dog sometimes, or like a cat. I'm so sorry. The smallest things catch my attention, like this little light underneath the window that I turned on. So 3-2 with 2 outs now to the pitcher, Lyndon Bregman. The pitch. Swung on into the outreach glove of Carson Johnson on to first in time. And with that, the inning will get over. No runs came across on one hit. Nationals still tied with Lincoln Northstar at the moment, 1-1.
At Allo, we think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next-level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super-fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/fiberthings.
Kylie is a Runza burger lover.
Especially if it's smothered with sauteed onions and French onion dip and topped with Swiss cheese.
Ah, sounds like you just had the French onion burger at Runza.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Are you crying?
Yeah, it's the onions. Wait, are you crying?
Yeah, because I love the French onion burger. Come get yours today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Welcome into a fortified group, top of the third inning. FNBO Nationals currently tied with Lincoln Northstar 1-1. You can check out Kevin McGann and the fortified group at his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. 1 run on 2 hits for the Nationals, 1 run on 4 hits for Lincoln Northstar. Is up now to bat Carson Johnson, who led off the game with a single and was able later to score that inning to start the scoring early for the Nationals. Haven't had too much offense since that point. But with Carson Johnson up to bat, cutting his hair as well, looking to turn that and start another potential spree of runs to come across for the Nationals. The first pitch from Bregman. Well, it will be in there for strike number 1. That was, again, a late call from the umpire, making me have to hold my tongue. The 0-1. That one, though, definitively down in the turf for ball number 1. Again, game tied 1-1. Carson Johnson leading off here in the bottom of the top of the third. Caden Johnson on deck with Cole Wright in the hole as that one once more in the turf from Bregman for ball 2. He's up to 32 pitches already for Lincoln Northstar. Here comes then the 2-1 pitch. That one once more down low again. It's now 3-1. Following his 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, he's kind of been struggling, Lyndon Bregman is, to locate the zone. A lot of 3-1 counts up to this point. Now here comes that 3-1. Swung on chopper foul down the first base side. He's going to keep it now at 3-2, or push it, to 3-2. Again, following Johnson, Caden Johnson, and then Cole Wright. So a 3-2 count to Carson Johnson. Bregman likes the sign he gets from Jones, steps into it and delivers. That one is ball 4 down low, and with that, Carson Johnson going to waltz his way to first for a leadoff walk. Johnson did successfully steal second, though, thanks to a passed-up ball. So now up to bat comes Caden Johnson. Johnson struck out looking in his first appearance looking to advance Johnson. Just one more pad as that pitch from Bregman outside. Ball number 1 to him. Again, following Johnson, Cole Wright, and then Carter Kelly for the Nationals. Here in the top of the third inning. Hey, thank you again to our premier sponsors, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota. The 1-0. Swing and a miss from Caden Johnson for strike number 1. 1-1 now the count to him with Carson Johnson on over at first base. The pitch on over to first base gets Johnson back. He does so successfully, so still nobody out to the name here in the top of the third. Bregman, pitching left, will step off and throw on to first once more. Johnson's able to get back again once more in plenty of time. 1-1 the count to Caden Johnson, though. Bregman glances once more at first and delivers not the 1-1, a third straight pitch out on over to first base. Gets Johnson back. So still waiting on this next pitch on over as that one does come in, but outside. Getting the catcher Jones to fly from his position, jump for it on the outside part of the plate. It's now 2-1 the count to Caden Johnson with Johnson on over at first. The 2-1 swung on, popped up, drifting towards foul territory, and will fall foul for strike number 2. 2-2 now the count to Caden Johnson with Carson Johnson sitting on over at first base. Still nobody out here in a fortified group top of the third inning. Bregman gets set, and the 2-2. Swing and a miss from Caden Johnson. There's strikeout number 5 on the side of Bregman, and out number 1 for the Nationals. Hey, thank you again to our premier sponsors, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota, as well as Langmeyer Heating and Cooling. Stephen Rhodes with Farmers Insurance, Premier Toyota, and Mike's Motorcycle and ATV Repair as that pitch into Carter Kelly. Swung on and missed by him. Cole Wright. Why did I say Carter Kelly? The pitch on over to first. Maybe I need a little bit of a wake-up following this week-long break. Had the day off yesterday. Need to get myself in some game action as well. The 0-1 from Bregman. Swing and a miss from Cole Wright. Strike number 2. Wright currently 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first plate appearance in the first inning. Looking to again advance Carson Johnson, who's on over at first. Bregman likes his sign, but he'll step off and reset. 0-2 the count to Cole Wright with Carson Johnson on over at first. The pitch. That one is drilled foul down the third base side, so we're still going to stay at an 0-2 count. Beautiful day outside. The wind still pushing a little bit of a breeze to the right field corner. Clouds sparsely overhead, 82 degrees. Can you believe that? Bregman glances at first, gets into the motion. There goes Johnson. Down in the dirt. Ball number 1, but that's going to get away from the catcher. So Carson Johnson successfully steals second base. So now there's a runner in scoring position for the Nationals with Johnson on over at second, looking to repeat what he did in the first inning and get home. 1 out, 1-2 count to Cole Wright. Bregman glances at second. Now will deliver. Popped up and foul back behind me. Still sitting at 1-2 the count to Cole Wright. Bregman up to 45 pitches at the moment. Nobody warming up on the bullpen on the side of Lincoln Northstar. Game is still tied 1-1, though, in the top of the third inning. Fortified group top of the third inning, might I add. Bregman glances at second for a third straight time. The 1-2. that one's going to be fouled, luckily off the bat of Cole Ryan. He had the perfect pitch he was looking for, just couldn't create contact with it, or enough contact to drive it into the outfield, and off-speed high in the zone. Just got enough to foul it off, so we're still sitting at a 1-2 count. Cole Wright on the plate. Next up, Carter Kelly, and then Tristan Byer. Bregman glances at second and delivers. Oh, that one in there, strike three. That was a good pitch from Bregman, but just clipping the outside part of the zone. And with that, down goes Wright for the second straight time looking. That's now the 6th strikeout on the day for Bregman, as that brings up Carter Kelly, who drove home Carson Johnson in the first inning, 1 for 1 with a single, looking to do it all again here as Bregman's going to step off and reset. And the thing you got to remember about Carter Kelly, he's got that power, a couple home runs to his name this season. Bregman a couple glances at second, the first pitch to Kelly. High around the face area, outside the zone for ball number 1. Ball game tied 1 apiece. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Nationals. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for Lincoln Northstar. The pitch. High once more, gets away from the catcher Jones, and with that, Carson Johnson going to waltz his way on over to third base. 2-0 is the current count to Carter Kelly. Again, Carson Johnson on over at third, looking to be brought home by Carter Kelly for the second straight time. Kelly 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the first inning. Here comes the 2-0 from Bregman. Ooh, getting close yet again to hitting Carter Kelly. That one's ball number 3. So Bregman back into that stretch. We're struggling to find his command in the zone. The 3-0. That one in there. Strike number 1. I'm telling you, these late calls are going to be the death of me from this home plate umpire. I'm going to call something so wrong and wait 20 seconds later and get the right call. Here comes the 3-1 from Bregman. And there's ball number 4. Off goes Carter Kelly to first base following the 2-out walk. That brings up the pitcher, Tristan Byer. Byer 0 for 1, grounded out his first time as Jones going to talk it up with his pitcher, Bregman, and Bregman talking with the home plate umpire to get a little bit of some clarification. And so now with 2 outs, 2 are on for the Nationals. Carter Kelly at first and Carson Johnson on over at third base. Byer at the moment 0 for 1 in his first plate appearance. He grounded out to end the inning last time about. This time looking to turn it all around and bring a run home for the Nationals with Johnson on over at third. Blaze Zeiler, probably the only member on this team who's able to steal home. That doesn't mean Carson Johnson doesn't have the speed, but just not that blaze speed as that first pitch is in the zone for strike number 1 to Byer. Byer on the mound here today for the Nationals in game number 1 of the Kearney Hastings tournament. Bregman still waiting, finally gets the sign he likes. Glances at first. Now the 0-1. That one outside for ball number 1. Still top of the third inning here. 2 on and 2 out for the Nationals. Carson Johnson at third with Cooper Hill. Carter Kelly on over at first. Yeah, I'm really out of the game. Going to need to get myself into it. Not High School Musical style. Here comes the 1-1. It's going to get away from the catcher, Jones, but not far enough to advance the runners. Now 2 balls and 1 strike to Tristan Byer. Following Byer, Jack Polk and then Dean McIntyre on the side of the Nationals. Bregman up to now 54 pitches. He's going to have to step off as he was threatening to throw to one of the bags, but didn't do so. So now, still a 2-1 count. Wind slightly pushing out a right center, but back now fully to right. The pitch. Well, that one's outside ball 3, and now we're trending towards walk territory with Tristan Byer up to bat. That brings up Jack Polk if he does get walked, which would be a scary situation for Lincoln Northstar, as Polk does have some good eyes for a good base hit. Bregman with the 3-1. Down in the dirt, ball 4, as Carter Kelly's going to waltz his way sliding into second base. But that now means walking goes Tristan Byer on over to first. The bases are loaded for Jack Polk. Polk 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Now has the bases loaded, as out comes Tristan Byer and on comes Blaze Zeiler for the Nationals. Zeiler again, the single season steal leader, all time, well, not all time, but single season steal record holder, might I add, for the Nationals. And over at first, courtesy running with Carter Kelly at second and Carson Johnson at third. That first pitch from Bregman down low, ball number 1. 1-0 the count with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Nationals threatening to score, tied with Lincoln Northstar 1-1. The 1-0, that one's going to sneak its way in for strike number 1, 1-1 now the count to Jack Polk. Following Polk, Dean McIntyre, and then Cooper Hill for the Nationals. Here comes then the 1-1. That one down low, ball 2 is the count to Jack Polk. Again, Polk 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first plate appearance. 6 strikeouts on the day already for Bregman, though he's in a tough situation with the bases loaded for Lincoln Northstar. The 2-1. That one's driven into left field for a base hit. That's going to bring home 1. That's Carson Johnson. So the bases still will remain loaded, but it's now a 2-1 lead for the Nationals, as Jack Polk able to drive one home. 2-1 the lead for the FNBO Nationals. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, compared to the 1 run on 4 hits for Lincoln Northstar, as Dean McIntyre comes up to bat, walked in his first plate appearance. Bregman's still on the mound, up to 60 pitches, as McIntyre is going to call time at the plate. Carter Kelly on over at third, Blaze Zeiler at second, and then on over at first, Jack Polk for the Nationals. I should have brought my jacket today. This air conditioner is killer. A little too good. Here comes the first pitch to McIntyre, down in the dirt, but not out of the reach of Davis Jones. Ball number 1 to McIntyre. Bases again still loaded. Nationals leading 2-1. 1 ball to the name of McIntyre. Bregman gonna think about throwing it, but just steps off the mound and gives a half-hearted attempt, but doesn't even let go of the ball. So 2-1 lead, 1-0 count to McIntyre. Down low once more, bouncing off the turf. Gloved on the side by Jones, as he took a little bit of a bounce on that one. And I think now with that, they're going to have a little bit of a powwow. Comes the catcher and shortstop to talk with Bregman. Currently a 2-0 count with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Again, once more, Nationals just doing it with 2 outs. I'm telling you, they can only, it just feels like they can only score with 2 outs. As the catcher has actually got a little, looks like he got a little injured on that play. The ball bouncing off his mask. Having a talk with the coach. He's looking a little dizzy, and yep, looks like we are going to have a change at catcher. So Davis Jones taking a little bit of a whack with the ball off his mask. Feeling a little woozy. So with that, he's going to slowly walk his way on over to the dugout. Again, not what you like to see in terms of injuries. You know, nobody likes to see them, but Glad to see that he was able to walk off, though, under his own power. So now we're going to have a little bit of some base shenanigans at the moment. So Braden Sunken, who was playing first base, is now going to rotate on over to third. Preston Yates, who I would assume was playing third, now going to probably move over to catcher. Now it's going to be interesting who's going to be playing first base. Oh, there it is. Gio Nito is going to be playing first base. So Sunken's going to move on over to third, and then Gio Nito is going to be the player who's going to be subbing in for Jones, who's going to be taking over Sunken's position at first, following Jones going down with that injury. Again, you just hate to see injuries, but at the same time, I'm glad to see him be able to walk under his own power. It was a little bit confusing at the moment because it looked like they were just talking it out on over at the pitching mound, just a standard little talk, and then it just kind of see Jones kind of looking a little out of it in terms of had his bell rung. He did take a nasty bouncer to the face mask, so because of that, your first thought goes to concussions like symptoms. But it's glad to see him able to walk off under his own power. So it's a 2-0 count with 2 outs to Dean McIntyre with the bases loaded for the Nationals here in the top of the third inning. Carter Kelly is on over at third. Blaze Zeiler at first with Jack Polk. Zeiler at second and Polk at first as Preston Yates does take the catching position. So here we go. 2-0 the count to Dean McIntyre. Nationals leading 2-1. Bregman likes the sign. Here comes the 2-0. That's in there. Strike number 1 to McIntyre. So 2-1 the count with 2 outs here. The top of the third inning. Nationals did get a run across and now have retaken the lead. Here comes the 2-1. Oh, but good bounce back from Bregman here in the last 2 pitches. It's now 2-2 the count. Bregman gets the sign from Yates, likes it. Here comes the 2-2. That's outside the zone. 3-2 now the count to Dean McIntyre. Bregman not looking to walk McIntyre as that would ensue a run to come across and increase the lead for the Nationals. Lyndon Bregman gets the sign from Yates. Into the motion he goes. 3-2. That one's going to be chopped into right field for a base hit. With that, 2 runs are going to come across for the Nationals. Dean McIntyre, big-time plays from him. The lead now balloons up 4-1 for the Nationals, following that 2 RBI single from Dean McIntyre into right field. Woo, baby. Nationals looking good as out comes Dean McIntyre on over at first, and Caden Thompson, courtesy running at first base with now up to bat being Cooper Hill. He walked in his first plate appearance. It was a pretty big battle between he and Bregman. Has another chance to bring a run home for the Nationals with Polk at third. Pitch from Bregman is in, though. Strike number 1. Nationals now leading 4-1 following that 2-run RBI single from Dean McIntyre last at bat. That one down low outside the zone. Ball number 1 to Cooper Hill. 1-1 the count. Jack Polk on over at third. McIntyre at first. The 1-2. Swing and miss from Hill. That one in the turf. So Hill kind of beating himself up on that one, probably internally. But has to bounce back. It's a 1-2 count. 2 runners are on with 2 outs. Bregman delivers. That one's down in the turf. Ball number 2. Good glove from Preston Yates, as that one could have easily sprung away from him, but didn't. So it's 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Nationals up 4-1. The 2-2. That off-speed high and away, ball 3. It's now been worked full So it's a full count, 3-2 with 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Thompson at first. Polk on over at third for Cooper Hill. Bregman, 3-2. That one fouled back to the press box here. It's still going to stay a 3-2 count. Following Hill, Andrew Brocious, and then back to the top of the order we go with Carson Johnson. Nationals getting 3 runs here this inning. Bregman steps off the mound to reset and refocus in. 3-2 the count with 2 outs here. Bregman delivers. That's in there. Strike 3. Cooper Hill thought that one was outside the plate, but that ends the inning as 3 runs got across on 2 hits. Nationals currently leading at the moment 4-1. Hey, we're going to head now to the bottom of the third inning. Nationals looking to put the clamps down and not let this lead get any smaller. Here's Lincoln Northstar's bottom half when we come back right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Hi, this is Linda from Fellows Home Appliance. We are North Platte's only locally owned and operated Maytag exclusive dealer. We have 2 Maytag trained technicians to handle warranty and out-of-warranty Maytag repairs. We offer delivery and installation on all the Maytag appliances we sell. For your next Maytag appliance, come in to 321 East 5th Street, North Platte. Fellows Home Appliance. We service what we sell.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. I'm Farmer's Agent Stephen Rhodes. I can help you understand your options so we can prepare for whatever the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. To learn more, call me, Farmer's Agent Stephen Rhodes, at 308-534-9050. Find out how I can help you protect the things that matter most.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the third inning. Nationals leading Lincoln Northstar 4-1. Thank you again to our premier sponsors for today, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota. Tristan Byer still on the mound for the FNBO Nationals. He's up to 34 pitches compared to the 70 that Bregman has thrown to this point. Up next, as again, Davis Jones going down with after getting hit in the head with that baseball. He's playing catcher, so it wasn't like he took a line driver to his face. He did take a little bit of a hit to the mask, so feeling a little woozy. Stepped out of play. His substitute player coming in, Gio Nito. His first at-bat today as Byers' pitch is outside. Ball number 1. Again, which is what you like to see when you take a pitch, off the face mask. That is quite a blow. He was able to walk off under his own power, so that's, again, extremely good to hear. The 1-0 from Byer will squeak its way in for strike number 1. 1-1 the count here in the bottom of the third inning. Hey, thank you to our premier sponsors, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota. That next pitch outside, ball number 2 to Nito. Nationals gaining the lead last inning on 3 runs on 2 hits. It's now 4-1 in their favor. Here comes a 2-1. Swung on and fouled behind my press box. And it's now going to be strike number 2. 2-2 is the count now to Nito. Byer likes the sign he's getting from Dean McIntyre into the motion now. The payoff 2-2. Swing for a miss. Down goes Nito for the strike number 1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Nationals off to, again, a good start. Yes, Tristan Byer gave up that early run in the bottom of the first inning. From that point on, though, been pretty shut out. Even though he's given up 4 hits, that next pitch off speed, not in the zone. Ball number 1 to Cameron Tynert. Tynert 1-1 already with a single to his name. Here comes the 1-0. That one high and tight inside, but not a strike. Ball number 2, the count. 2-0 from Byer to Tynert. Here comes the 2-0. That off speed, too low again. It's now ball 3 to Cameron Tynert. Byer, that one a little close to the zone, but didn't get the call he was looking for. 3-0 the count. Byer in the motion, delivers. So that one finally hits the mark. Strike number 1 to Tynert. Nationals 4 runs on 4 hits. Lincoln Northstar one run on 4 hits. That pitch outside again, ball 4, and with that, Tynert's going to waltz his way on over to first base with a 1-out walk as that brings on Caden Steiger. Following Caden Steiger, Preston Yates, and then Braden Sunken. Wind pushing directly into center field now at this point. Runner at first is Tyner. Byer delivers. Popped up, drifting towards right field first base side. Onwards, and it's going to be, what a catch by Andrew Brocious on over at the foul line. Heavens to Betsy's. Andrew Brocious flying in from right field. That one was like, it fell in between Brocious and Cooper Hill, kind of in that spot where it's super hard for either to make a play on it. But Brocious at the last second making the heroic dive that he's able to grab on the foul line for out number 2. A hero play, a monster play, might you say, from Andrew Brocious. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning as on comes Preston Yates, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out in his first plate appearance. Thank you to Hanson's Plumbing and Heating, Premier Toyota, and Stephen Rhodes with Farmers Insurance for sponsoring today's FNBO Nationals baseball game. As that pitch is down low, ball number 1 from Byer to Yates. 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. My back popped a lot as I try to adjust myself in the chair. Ouch. Byer likes to sign the 1-0. Driven into center field. Back at on the late jump is Joneson, but he gets under it and gloves it for out number 3. And with that, we finish the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nationals at the moment still leading 4-1. No runs on no hits and no errors to their name. We'll head to the fortified group top of the 5th inning where the FNBO Nationals currently lead Lincoln Northstar 4-1.
Planning a special event, whether it be a wedding, concert, sporting event, convention, or anything else, the DNN Event Center can handle it all. The DNN Event Center is the biggest event center in North Platte. This building is perfectly suited for anything from small gatherings to major events. Rent just one small room or book the entire facility. The choices are endless at the DNN Event Center, your home for exciting events, special moments, and precious memories. Call today to make your reservation at 534-0255.
First State Bank is your local bank that offers everything in one place. Banking, savings, mortgages, and loans. Why go anywhere else when you can come to us? We can help you through all walks of life. Buying your first home, kids' savings, purchasing a new car, and even retirement. We have you covered. Stop in to see what First State Bank, your local bank, has to offer. First State Bank on the corner of Willow and Rodeo Road. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Duncan Field, a fortified group. Almost said bottom again. Top of the 4th inning, my bad. Top of the 4th inning. Thank you to Kevin McGann for sponsoring today's game and his fortified group. Hey, you can check out Kevin McGann and the fortified group at his new location, 621 South Dewey. Sweet B. Still on the mound for Lincoln Northstar, Lyndon Bregman. He's up to 73 pitches here through his innings of work. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Nationals. 1 run on 4 hits for Lincoln Northstar. As on comes Andrew Brocious to bat. Made that awesome dive just a half inning ago to get the second out. Now looking to lead off the top of the 4th inning with a single. Get the Nationals going on the right foot. Bregman, again, still on the mound, up to 73 pitches. The bunt from Brocious, it's an absolute beauty. Bregman grabs it onto first, not in time, over the head of the first baseman Nito. With that, Brocious on over to second. They're waving him on over to third, and with that, that's gonna be a triple following the absolute beautiful bunt from Andrew Brocious. Absolute beauty on his side, laying it down perfectly. Mwah, it was like chef's kiss perfectly. And because of that, Bregman had to make a quick throw to first, and in doing so, threw it over the first baseman Gio Nito's outreaching glove, and that means Andrew Brocious is now on over to third with nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. Nationals leading 4-1. First pitch into Carson Johnson. Ball number 1. He's 1 for 1. That pitch once more outside. Ball 2 to Johnson. Singled in his first plate appearance and was walked in his next in the top of the 3rd inning, where again he scored. Here comes a 2-0. Slow roller. That's going to get into the outfield for a base hit. Another run will come across for the Nationals. And with that, it's now 5-1. The Nationals picking up where they left off in the Cheyenne tournament, creating more runs. It's 5-1 now is out. That'll actually, not even out, that'll do it for Bregman as he goes down for the rest of the game. Following giving up 5 runs on 6 hits, that's going to bring up Jake Cueto, who will be taking over for him. Bregman, 77 pitches, 40 strikes, 37 balls. But the key here, giving up 5 runs in this ball game. Because of that, he's done for the day, and that's going to bring up now to the bat, again, number 2, Jake Cueto. I put his name in slowly but steadily. I'm like an old man, I swear. The way sometimes I type. Slow and you know what they say, slow and steady wins the race. Hey, how do we get here so far in this ball game? Well, I'll tell you how we got here. Nationals started off strong, getting the first runs on the board following a Carter Kelly single to bring home Carson Johnson. Coach and home plate umpire having a discussion. It's getting I wouldn't say very animated, but a little more animated than I would think both of them getting into it. But yes, Carter Kelly driving home the first run of the game, put Nationals up 1-0, though. They gave it up immediately after that. After a single into the outfield allowed Lincoln Northstar to get this game all tied up. But hey, in the top of the 3rd inning, Nationals got 3 across with the bases loaded, went up 4-1, and then just a plate appearance ago, Carson Johnson singling into center field brought home Andrew Brocious. The game is now 5-1. We have a new pitcher on the mound for Lincoln Northstar, Jake Cueto. As now up to bat comes Caden Johnson, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He struck out looking and swinging in his 2 appearances so far. So here comes Caden Johnson. He's 0 for 2, looking to turn around his performance here against Cueto. The first pitch on over to first to get Carson Johnson back. He does so successfully. Again, Cueto inherits a 2-0 count with nobody out and a runner on here in a fortified group top of the 4th inning. Cueto delivers. Down low in the dirt, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Nationals up 5-1. Cueto delivers. Runner goes Carson Johnson, but don't even matter as Jake Cueto is going to hit Caden Johnson in the back. And with that, 2 runners are on with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Nationals on a tear at the moment, 5-1 the lead. As that brings up Cole Wright, also in the same situation as Caden Johnson. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both of them looking. That's the one thing that Bregman did such a good job at, getting strikeouts. He had 7 of them to his name. Runner at second, Carson Johnson. Caden Johnson on over at first. Lincoln Northstar expecting Wright to bunt. First pitch down low and out of the zone. Ball number 1 to Cole Wright. And with that, runners are going to advance on over to third and second. Looked like it was a balk. So now nobody out and runners at second and third for the Nationals with Cole Wright up to bat, looking to bring him home. That pitch again down low, doesn't get away far enough from Yates to advance the runners, but able to do so. As that pitch is down low again. Now 2-0 the count. 2-0 is the count to Cole Wright. Bouncing back nicely here at this at-bat. Could draw the walk and load the bases. The 2-0. That one is popped and driven in the center field. Here comes McCoy, grabs it. Carson Johnson tagging up. They're going to throw it on over to third. Not in time as Caden Johnson's able to slide in. It's now 6-1 following the sacrifice fly to center field from Cole Wright. And now up to bat comes Carter Kelly. Heard he has an RBI single to his name, looking to add another one to his total today. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. He is scary, though, at the plate. Always a threat to mash one. Here comes the first pitch. That one's a slow chopper on over to short. It'll bring 1 run home to throw to first in time, but another sacrifice out. Brings another run home. It is now 7-1. Nationals in the lead. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Nationals leading 7-1 as Tristan Byer comes up to bat. 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk to his name. Cueto's pitch. Swung on and fouled for strike number 1. Nationals again putting 3 across in this inning. 1 off of Bregman and then 2 off of Cueto. Here comes the 0-1. That off speed just too low for ball number 1 to Tristan Byer, the pitcher. So far, has only given up 1 run on 4 hits, so doing a fantastic job on the mound. The pitch. That one's going to hit Tristan Byer. With that, he's going to waltz his way on over to first base. That brings up now Jack Polk. Struck out swinging in his last appearance. Struck out in one of his appearances earlier, and then RBI'd singled in his last during the top of the 3rd to bring a run home, and here he comes, everybody. Blaze Zeiler now up courtesy running for Tristan Byer, so you're going to expect to see a steal. It's just going to come at the matter of when. Will it be on the first pitch? Will it be on the second pitch? Hey, how about the third? Take your guess. Not the first pitch, as that one's in for strike number 1 to Jack Polk. 0-1 the count. Put my bets here on this one right now. I have a feeling he's going to run on this one. The 0-1, yep, there he goes. That one's a slow grounder on over to short. Gloved by Westland on to first to Nito in time to end the inning. though 3 runs did come across for the Nationals as they currently lead 7-1. 7 runs on 6 hits and no errors compared to 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error on the side of the Lincoln Northstar. Hey, we'll take another quick break. We come back. FNBO Nationals leading 7-1.
Take care of your property with equipment you can count on, like the Kubota BX and LO1 Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability, and Z-Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles, where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See the full line of Kubota products at your North Platte Kubota on South Highway 83 or online at npkubota.com.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. A little preventive maintenance can spot problems before they pop up and might even help lower your utility bills. Don't wait till you're sweating in the summer heat to think about your air conditioning and heating pumps. Call Hanson Plumbing and Heating today to schedule your maintenance checks. It's as easy as picking up the phone to stay cool this summer. Call Hanson's 534-5020. Hanson's Plumbing and Heating of North Platte.
FNBO Nationals American Legion Baseball on 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by North Platte Kubota and the D&N Event Center.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Nationals leading at the moment 7-1. 7 runs on 6 hits, no errors compared to 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error for Lincoln Northstar. Here in the bottom again of the 4th inning, due up on the side of Lincoln Northstar, going to be, as I got to switch out the runners here, Braden Sunken, and then the battle of the Cadens have come up. Caden Ireland and then Caden McCoy. Tristan Byer still on the mound, thrown 50 pitches so far. His first pitch into Sunken. It's outside for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. Again, Nationals continuing where they left off in the Cheyenne tournament, putting 7 up already in this ball game. Next pitch, that one's driven into left field between Polk and Kelly for a leadoff single for Braden Sunken. With that, up to bat now comes Caden Ireland. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to his name already in this ball game. Here comes Byer, going to glance on over at first to Sunken. Deliver the pitch to Ireland. That one's popped up and will drift towards foul territory, towards the vehicles section. Hopefully not my vehicle for strike number 1. To Caden Ireland. Hey, thank you to our premier sponsors for today, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota. Also, thank you to Hanson Plumbing and Heating, Larry's Glass, and Lindemeyer Law Office. That pitch from Byer is down low in the dirt. Ball number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caden Ireland. Braden Sunken on over at first for Lincoln Northstar. Byer likes to sign the 1-1. That one's drilled into center field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Fall out of the reach of Caden Johnson. They're going to bring 1 run home. Going home goes Sunken in there. And with that, 1 run comes across on the side of Lincoln Northstar following the no-out double from Caden Ireland. So now it's a 7-2 lead for the FNBO Nationals. Brings up Caden McCoy now, with the runner at second base being Ireland. Byer's first pitch, swung on, slow roller, good glove on the side of Carson Johnson. He'll get it to first in time for out number 1. Really strong glove from Carson Johnson. Slid into it. Was able then to glove it and throw it over to Cooper Hill at first. But with that, Caden Ireland going to waltz his way into third base to go back to the top of the order with Cooper Westland. Walked in his first plate appearance and singled last time about. Has an opportunity to drive another run home for Lincoln Northstar. The pitch. That one's down low. Ball number 1 to Westland from Tristan Byer. Byer's up to 56 pitches, and if I know Coach pretty well, he's going to, of course, cut it before 100. But following Ty Robinson's stint last time out, as that pitch falls in strike number 1, might want to think about it depending on how well Byer continues this ball game. 1-1 the count to Westland with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch. It's going to bounce away from Dean McIntyre, and with that, home comes the runner. It's now 7-3 following passed up ball. So Westland now looking just to single, a 2-1 count to him. That ball taking a nasty bounce on the turf into the Nationals dugout, so the runner still scored either which way. The pitch. A bunt coming in from Cooper Westland, gloved by Byer. The throw to first, not in time. So another safe play at first base following the successful bunt from Cooper Westland. So now Coach Ricky Holm maybe starting to consider or think about either pitching change or just to go out and talk with Tristan Byer, get him calmed down, giving up 2 runs in this inning alone. On to the plate comes now Lyndon Bregman. Nationals still leading 7-3. Ooh, that pitch close to hitting Bregman, but a ball called. Following Bregman, it's going to be Gio Nito and then Cameron Tynert. 1-0 the count now to Bregman. Byer throws on over to first, but Westland gets back in time, safe. 7 runs on 6 hits for the Nationals, 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error for Lincoln Northstar. Byer with the 1-0 count delivers. Oh, that one out just outside the zone. I'm talking like a couple millimeters. It's now 2-0 the count to Bregman. Byer trying to get back into his rhythm following giving up 2 runs already in this inning. Nationals, though, still lead by 4, 7-3. Byer likes the sign and delivers. Popped up. Drifting towards left field side. Polk gets under it, still getting under it, but it's going to be mishandled by Cole Wright, who is coming in last second. And because of that error, another runner will get on the pad. So with that, another runner gets on the base pad for Lincoln Northstar. One out here in this inning as Gio Nito comes up to bat, not Gio Nito, subbing himself back in. Actually comes the starting catcher, Davis Jones. So Jones feeling way better and getting cleared by the medical staff, and he's out here to hit again and probably maybe play catcher. So he comes on at a perfect time for Lincoln Northstar as they have 2 runners on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. The runners both go. McIntyre going to have no time, but he throws it on over to third as both runners successfully advance. Now runners in scoring position for Lincoln Northstar. 1 out here, 0-1 the count to Davis Jones. Byer delivers. Swing and a miss from Jones. It's now 0-2. Again, Tristan Byer trying to get out of this sticky situation he kind of finds himself in now with 2 runners on in scoring position at second and third. though has a nice count against Davis Jones at 0-2. Byer glances at second and third, now delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Davis Jones, who subs back in. That's now out number 2. As Cameron Tynert now up to bat. He singled and walked in his 2 appearances so far for Lincoln Northstar. Nationals currently hold a 4-run lead, 7-3 at the moment. 2 outs, 2 runners on at second and third. Byer trying to get this final out. Only allowing 2 runs. The pitch. Off speed high in the zone, but is in for strike number 1. Again, Byer giving up 2 runs already in this inning. Oh, and 1 the count. With 2 outs, here comes the pitch. Well, that one's in there. Strike number 2. Good couple of bounce back pitches from Tristan Byer. Now looking to get out of this inning right here, right now. Again, just allowing those 2 runs. Byer glances at second and third. The pitch fouled to the netting. Still going to stay at 0-2. Byer glances again at second, still with an 0-2 count. He delivers. And that one's high and out of the zone for ball number 1. Byer with the 1-2. Check swing, but it gets in there. Either which way, down goes Tynert on strikes. Tristan Byer gets out of the inning, only giving up those 2 runs. We now head to the fortified group, top of the 5th inning. FNBO Nationals leading 7-3.
I take great pride in my lawn, and my Raptor zero-turn mower from Hustler gives me the perfect manicured cut I want. With the power, strength, and speed of a professional zero-turn mower, I quickly maneuver around obstacles with ease, allowing me to maneuver around life's most difficult obstacle, time. Hustler turf quality tools, designed to improve quality of life. Find the entire line of Hustler residential and commercial zero-turn mowers at Mike's Motorcycle and ATV Repair at 2220 Prospect Lane, North Platte.
It's a new year and decade, and it's time to renew your commitment to health and wellness in 2022 and save money at the same time. Pathology Services can help. Testing for your health shouldn't break your bank, and Pathology Services understands that. With prices a fraction than that of regional hospitals for tests like complete blood cell count, lipid panels, and more, you can get your tests done at a reasonable cost. You have the right to choose where your lab work is done. Next time, use Pathology Services with 2 locations at the Westfield Shopping Center or inside the North Platte Health Pavilion. Renew your health with Pathology Services.
Welcome back to Duncan Field, the fortified group, top of the 5th inning. Check out Kevin McGann of the fortified group at his new location, 621 South Dewey Street, Suite B. Cueto's still on the mound as Dean McIntyre and have that slow roller on over to Westland on to first in time for out number 1. So the leadoff man goes down. As now up to bat comes Cooper Hill. Again, you can check out Kevin McGann of the fortified group at his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Now Cooper Hill up to bat, 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk to his name as that off-speed pitch slithers in for strike number 1. Nationals still holding on to this lead 7-3, got a little shorter last inning following the 2 runs that came across for Lincoln Northstar as that next pitch is in the turf for ball number 1. Following Cooper Hill, Andrew Brocious and Carson Johnson. That one swung on and fouled back to the FNBO dugout for strike number 2. So 1-2 the count to Cooper Hill. As here comes Cueto's 1-2. Down low as Hill was thinking about swinging for it, but pulled back and away. So now it's a count of 2-2 with a 1 out. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to hit Cooper Hill in the thigh, and with that, he's going to walk his way on over to first. Going to hit by the pitch. Runner at first with 1 out for Andrew Brocious. Was able to score as part of that massive top of the 4th inning where 3 runs came across. Started off by bunting his way on, but made it to third following the passed up ball as he was running on over to first. He does have Cooper Hill on the plate at first base, trying to advance him over. The pitch. So that one is just a bit too low. Ball number 1 from Cueto. One and 0. The pitch, Cueto likes what he sees from Yates as that's in there for strike number 1. Again, Cooper Hill at first, Andrew Brocious at the plate with Carson Johnson on deck, Caden Johnson in the hole. Cueto with the 1-1. Almost hitting Andrew Brocious again, but that's outside ball 2. 2-1 the count to Andrew Brocious. Nationals leading 7-3. 7 runs on 3 hits. 7 runs on 6 hits compared to 3 runs on 8 hits for Lincoln Northstar. Check swing from Brocious, but they're going to say he went around. That's strike number 2. 2-2 the count. Cooper Hill on over at first. Nationals not really testing Preston Yates, who's catching for Lincoln Northstar following Davis Jones's injury, as that's a slow chopper foul down the third base side. It's going to still stay at 2-2. Two and two with 1 out. Cooper Hill on over at first. Brocious trying to get himself aboard and put the Nationals in another scoring opportunity. The pitch swung on and missed by Brocious, and he's hitting himself on that one. Really far outside the zone for out number 2. That'll now bring up, though, Carson Johnson, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk to his name in this ballgame. Does have Cooper Hill on over at first, looking to go perfect from the plate. Again, fortified group, top of the 5th inning. There goes Cooper Hill. Preston Yates going to throw it in the second. Not in time. They're going to say that Cooper Hill gets there safely. So a successful steal with 2 outs. As it's an 0-1 count to Carson Johnson. So Hill in scoring position now at second as the Nationals once again threatening to score with, you guessed it, 2 outs to their name. Johnson again 2 for 2, 2 singles and 2 walks to his name. Cueto delivers. Swung on, slow chopper down the first base side. Foul. Strike number 2, 0-2 the count. Following Carson Johnson, again Caden Johnson, and then Cole Wright for the Nationals. Glancing at second goes Cueto, he delivers. Slow chipper down the third base side, fair! It was able to reach fair, so Cooper Hill stumbling. And Ricky Holm not too happy with it because that would have scored a run, but Cooper Hill a little indecisive again on the pad. So with that, There's now 2 on with 2 out, with Hill at third and Carson Johnson on over at second base now. Looked like Cooper Hill kind of got a little stumbled up at third base and then just kind of ran back thinking he couldn't make it in time home. So Caden Johnson up to bat, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. He was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. First pitch is down low, ball 1 to him. Following Johnson, Cole Wright, and then Carter Kelly. Though the Nationals do have 2 on in scoring position. Cueto delivers the 1-0. Swung on and missed by Caden Johnson for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. Nationals, though, still lead 7-3. 1-1 with 2 out. Cueto delivers. That off speed gonna find its way in now. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. Cooper Hill at third with Carson Johnson on over at first. Cueto's up to 30 pitches, though, so far in this ball game. He's going to glance on over at second and third, the 1-2. It's going to be swung on and fouled off the bat of Johnson for still staying at 1-2. One and 2 the count with 2 outs here. The pitch. That's going to be check swung, but hit off the bat of Caden Johnson. Unlucky. And with that, down goes out number 3. We now head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nationals, though, still holding on to this lead against Lincoln Northstar. At the moment, 7-3.
A Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling. All backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Herd cattle, mend fences, and get every job done right with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See the full line of Kubota products at your North Platte Kubota on South Highway 83 or online at npkubota.com.
Planning a special event, whether it be a wedding, concert, sporting event, convention, or anything else, the DNN Event Center can handle it all. The DNN Event Center is the biggest event center in North Platte. This building is perfectly suited for anything from small gatherings to major events. Rent just one small room or book the entire facility. The choices are endless at the DNN Event Center, your home for exciting events, special moments, and precious memories. Call today to make your reservation at 534-0255.
Welcome back here to a bottom of the 5th inning at Duncan Field. Nationals still leading Lincoln Northstar 7-3. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Nationals. 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for Lincoln Northstar, as Tristan Byer still on the mound for the Nationals here in this ball game. Byer so far at the moment. Oh, whoops, it is. Give me a second here. There we go. Byer up to 69 pitches. Byer getting up to 69 pitches at the moment. 42 strikes and 27 balls. He's going up against Caden Steiger, who he'll see first. His pitch in there. Strike number 1 is now I got to mess with the air conditioner because it's getting a little cold at the moment. As the next pitch is in there. Strike number 2. Now 0-2 the count to Steiger. As Tristan Byer looking to strike out the first batter he sees here. Get this bottom of the 5th inning off on a high note. Here comes then the 0-2. Almost hitting Steiger in the elbow, but outside, ball number 1. 1-2 the count. Tristan Byer into the motion and delivers. Swing and a miss. Down goes Steiger. Struck out swinging for out number 1, and Byer off to a good start here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes Preston Yates now, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out in his previous appearances. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nationals lead 7-3. That pitch from Byer in there. Strike number 1. Tristan Byer finding that second bit of energy in this game. Putting together a couple of good pitches with 1 out. Already in a good spot against Preston Yates, 0-1. He sets and delivers. That one's going to get into the glove of Carson Johnson at second. A strong glove from him for out number 2. Man, Nationals looking like they're firing on all cylinders. And a good rebound following giving up 2 last inning. Following that, line drive out. Braden Sunken now up to bat. 1 for 2, a fly out and a single to his name. Byer delivers. The first pitch to him. That off speed drops in. Strike number 1. Again, Tristan Byer really finding his groove here in this inning. Bouncing back strongly after giving up 2 an inning ago. Likes what he sees for McIntyre in the 0-1. Swung on and fouled. Strike number 2 now. The count to Mr. Braden Sunken. He steps in, and now here we go. Byer gets a couple of nods into McIntyre. The 0-2. Slow roller to Kelly. Gloves it. He has some time. On to first. In time to end the inning. A quick 1-2-3 from the Nationals. We now head to the top of the 6th, where they currently lead at the moment 7-3.
Experience is something many can claim, but few can live up to. Larry's Glass has decades of experience, from small window jobs to large industrial businesses. Larry's has the right experience to get the work completed and looking incredible the first time. No more rookies looking at your window and trying to figure out if it's glass or if it's plastic. Larry's Glass has the knowledge, expertise, and experience to handle every type of glass situation. Others say they have it, only Larry's can claim it. Experience. Find it at Larry's Glass in North Platte.
I had questions about solar power, so I called the professionals at Panhandle Solar, and I'm glad I did. By having solar panels installed, I increased my home's value, dramatically cut my electricity bill, and it's good for the planet. Yes, installing solar panels is the only investment that I know of that pays you back while saving you money. Call Roger at Panhandle Solar, 308-464-0462. Call today to take advantage of the tax credit that ends soon, 464-0462. Have a sunny day.
FNBO Nationals American Legion Baseball on 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by North Platte Kubota and the D&N Event Center.
Top of the 6th inning here, FNBO Nationals currently holding on to this lead against Lincoln Northstar. 7-3 at the moment. 7 runs on 7 hits and no errors compared to 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. On the side of Lincoln Northstar, Jake Cueto still on the mound. Cole Wright, first batter that Cueto will see here on the top of the 6th. His first pitch outside, ball number 1. Looking like Tristan Byer might be going the whole distance here in this game. Nobody warming up on the side of the Nationals as that next pitch from Cueto. Down low, ball 2. Again, start of the Kearney Hastings tournament. Nationals have 1 game today, 2 tomorrow, and then 1 on Saturday as that next pitch is down low, ball 3. It's now 3-0 the count to Cole Wright. Wright currently 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts in the sacrifice fly in his 3 appearances. Here comes a 3-0. Oh, that one is outside, ball 4, 4 straight balls, and with that, the leadoff man, Cole Wright, will get on to bring up Carter Kelly. Kelly, again, always that home run threat. Something that Cueto's got to be worried some about. With Cole Wright now on over at second. He is, Cole Wright, a steal threat. So that is going to have to be something Cueto keeps an eye on. The pitch. That one's in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Nobody out. One on here in a fortified group, top of the 6th inning. You can check out Kevin McGann and the fortified group at his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As that gets away from the catcher, Preston Yates. Cole Wright slides into second for an easy steal following the wild pitch. So with Wright now on to second base, Carter Kelly currently facing a 1-1 hole. Or excuse me, a 1-1 count at the moment. The pitch. That one popped up, drifting towards center field, and Caden McCoy, he's going to get under it. And Carter Kelly Cole Wright thought about tagging up. Decides against it. So one down here in the top of the 6th inning. As that now brings up to bat Tristan Byer. Byer 0 for 1, a ground out, a walk, and he was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. Following Byer, Jack Polk, and then Dean McIntyre for the Nationals. Cueto, first pitch to Tristan Byer is down low. Ball number 1 with that. Pitch on over to second. Cole Wright's able to easily steal third. It was kind of one of those weak thrown balls on over to the pitcher, and with that, Wright was able to pounce on it and make his way on over the third. So a runner in scoring position for the Nationals now with 1 out. That one swung on and missed by Byer. Strike number 1. 1-1 the count. Cole Wright on over at third base with Byer up to bat. Again, Tristan Byer hit by a pitch in his last at bat, looking to drive Cole Wright home and increase this lead up to 5 for the Nationals. The pitch. Slow chipper. It's going to get on over to Cooper Westland, who's going to throw it back over to third. They're going to say he's safe. So with that throw, 2 are on for the Nationals. With 1 out. Oh, and with talking on over, second base umpire, as Braden Sunken was not happy with the call. And he and that second base umpire not having a good discussion. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to talk about having a throw out here. They're going to say he's safe on over at third. So with that, 2 are on here and 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. As still head coach of Lincoln Northstar talking with the home base umpire. So Jack Polk will be up to bat. Polk struck out swinging, singled, and grounded out in his last plate appearance. He has 2 on with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. He has on over at third base being Cole Wright and Blaze Zeiler on over at first. Hey, thank you again to our premier sponsor, the D&N Event Center, as well as North Platte Kubota. Also, thank you to Langmeyer Heating and Cooling. That's what I wanted to reach up with. As well as Premier Toyota, Mike's Motorcycle and ATV Repair, and Stephen Rhodes with Farmers Insurance. So here up to bat now, again, Jack Polk looking to drive home Cole Wright with this at-bat. He's got a runners at the corners, but Blaze Zeiler going to steal. Oh, there he goes. Zeiler with a nice jump, and with that, he had a little bit of a stumble, but going to shaking it off, so that would look like a scary injury. All good, so Zeiler able to reach on to Polk. Now a 1-0 count. Two are on at second and third. The pitch. That one's going to hit Jack Polk. So with that, bases are now loaded for Dean McIntyre. He's 1 for 2, a walk, a single, and a ground out in his last appearance. He has the bases loaded with 1 out in this top of the 6th inning. Nationals leading 7-3, but looking to increase. As Cueto glances around the base pads and delivers. That one's driven. Oh, what a great grab on the side of Cooper Westland, and they're going to get that last out on over at second. Man, oh man, what a grab from the shortstop, Cooper Westland, snagging it from the air, and with that, throwing it to second and getting Zeiler out, so you can't say anything too terrible about that. You just got to sit back and say, what a great play. And with that, we're going to go now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals still holding up in this ball game, 7-3.
You scream, we all scream for Double Dips Ice Cream. Hi, I'm Lori with Double Dips in the beautiful Canteen District downtown in North Platte. July is our favorite month. It's National Ice Cream Month. Come down for your favorite flavor of ice cream, plus homemade fudge and a variety of freshly baked goods. Come down and see us all this month for National Ice Cream Month at Double Dips Ice Creamery, your dessert destination in downtown North Platte.
When severe weather threatens our area, you can rely on us to bring you the most up-to-date information about the storm on the air and online in high definition at northplatte.post.com. Severe weather updates from our staff every 15 minutes, and in the event of a tornado, we'll provide wall-to-wall coverage. We tell you exactly where the storm is and where it's heading. Our goal is to keep you safe. Powered by Lavander's Body Shop and Lavander's Tire and Service.
Welcome back, everybody. Here to Duncan Field, FNBO Nationals leading Lincoln Northstar at the moment 7-3. 7 runs on 7 hits compared to 3 runs on 8 hits for Lincoln Northstar. Tristan Byer still on the mound. He'll be facing up against Caden Ireland here up next versus then Cade McCoy and then Cooper Westland on the side of Lincoln Northstar. So here we go. Tristan Byer going to throw it into Ireland. Ireland last time out hit a double. First pitch into him down low. Ball number 1. The pitch, 1-0. Once more down low. That one way too short. 2-0. The count now to Caden Ireland. Byer last inning with a quick 1-2-3. He's looking to do the same here and get the Nationals to the 7th. They're still leading this ball game at 7-3. Byer likes it. Here comes the 2-0. Chopped and foul back to head coach Ricky Holm for strike number 1. Two and 1 the count. Byer glancing in. Shakes off a couple signs, like what he sees from McIntyre. The 2-1. Slow chipper. That's going to get on to Polk. Gloves it to first. Not in time. Took a dead bounce right in front of Tristan Byer. Bounced over his head. Killed all of its momentum. So with that, Caden Ireland is going to get an infield single. Bringing now up Caden McCoy to the bat. Singled and grounded out in his first 2 appearances today for Lincoln Northstar. Byers pitch on over to first. Going to get Ireland back. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals leading 7-3. It's a part of the game we got to sit and kind of, I wouldn't say worry, but think about the many of times where they've given up game-winning runs. A slow chipper that's going to be caught on the side. No! It was caught by Cooper Hill, and then as he tried to turn around with it, blew right out of his glove. So with that, another single coming in from Caden McCoy. And now there's 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Would have been a nice gloved grab by Hill, but because he couldn't come up with it, there's now 2 on and nobody out for Cooper Westland, who's 2 for 2 with a successful bunt in his last appearance. Nobody out, though, so he might bunt again. Byer going to think about throwing it to second, but gets both runners back. Nationals still leading, though, 7-3. Hill is way into the infield expecting a bunt. Byer glances at second. And they're going to call. We're going to say time is called at the plate. It was a little bit of a, I wouldn't say kerfluffle, but a yelling match between a lot of people, umps, coaches, fans, saying that ump has heard time was called, so instead of a balk, so uh-oh. Now here we go. Here we go. Coach at Northstar talking with the home plate umpire. I think got a warning. And now we're getting really chippy in this ball game. So instead of getting a balk called on Tristan Byer, still looking for that first pitch in to Cooper Westland. It was a bunt attempt, but he pulls it back. Ball number 1. Again, Westland, a successful bunt in his last appearance. Runners at second and first. Caden Ireland at second. Caden McCoy at first. Here comes then the glance at second and the 1-0. The bunt laid down and it's fouled for strike number 1. 1-1 now the count to Cooper Westland. So now with a 1-1 count, Byer glances at second again and delivers. That pitch down low for ball number 2. 2-1 the count, 2 on, 1 out here. Excuse me, nobody out. My bad, in the bottom of the 6th inning. Byer looking to get the first out here. Lances at second and delivers. That one's drilled into left field for a base hit. That's going to probably bring 1 run home. The throw home from Cole Wright, not going to be in time, and that's going to bounce out of the glove of Carter Kelly. So with that, it's now a 7-4 ball game as another run comes across the side of Lincoln Northstar following that double. The side of Caden McCoy, or excuse me, Cooper Westland. So with that, bringing up Lyndon Bregman, who's 1 for 3, a single, a ground out, and a reach on an error in his last plate appearance. That one swung on and fouled for strike number 1. Again, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals holding on to this 3-run lead. Again, trying to find any which way to get out of it. Only giving up a few. Byer with the pitch. That one's just a bit outside. Ball number 1. 1-1 the count. Again, Byer trying to reach deep into himself to pull out of this inning with the lead. The pitch, the 1-1. That one's absolutely crushed, but it's going to go down the right field side. Foul. Strike number 2, 1-2 the count now to Lyndon Bregman. Nationals here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 7-4 lead, 7 runs on 7 hits, compared to 4 runs on 11 hits and 1 error for Lincoln Northstar. Byer glances on over at second. She gets ready and delivers the 1-2. Ooh, outside the part of the plate, ball 2 the count. Following Bregman, Davis Jones will be batting, as well as Cameron Tynert. Essentially at this point, Davis Jones just becoming a designated hitter. Here comes then the 2-2. Slow chopper again down the first base side. Foul. Count still sitting at 2-2 for Bregman. That one popped up and fouled once again. Still going to stay at 2-2. Two and two the count. Nationals still holding on, but they got a runners in scoring position for Lincoln Northstar. Caden McCoy at third, Cooper Westland at second. 2-2. Byer delivers. Just outside again. Ball 3. It's now worked full. Now this is what Tristan Byer really needs to dig himself down into. 3-2 the count. Looking for that first out of this inning to get some momentum in their side. With 2 on and nobody out. Byer glances at second and third. The payoff, 3-2. Now it's a slow chopper on over to first, glove by Hill. He's going to step on the bag for the first out. But because of that, 1 run will come home. Now the lead has been reduced again. It's now 7-5. But again, a good first out. Only gave up the 1 run. Now with Davis Jones up to bat. Jones 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout in this game. Nationals currently at the moment, again, still hanging on in this lead, 7-5. Byer delivers that pitch. Not in there. Ball number 1. That one looked like it was in, but home plate umpire seeing it differently. A little too high for his liking. 1-0 is the count now. The pitch. Check swing, and that one again. Outside, ball 2 now. Not looking favorable. These last couple of calls for Byer, they've been mighty close. We had some action in the bullpen. It looks like that's Ty Robinson warming up for the Nationals. Byer glances at third. The 2-0. That is off speed, is too high, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to Davis Jones with Cooper Westland on over at third base. Nationals desperately trying to get out of this inning, not giving up any more runs as that's down low. Ball 4. Byer not liking any of those calls, so with 1 out, runners at first and second. Out comes head coach Ricky Holm. He's going to give the ball up. Or as for the ball is out, now comes Ty Robinson up to bat, or excuse me, to pitch from the Nationals. To end Tristan Byer's game. He's given up 2 here in this inning, but now comes Ty Robinson. Robinson having the game of his life against the Slammers in game number 1 against them in the Cheyenne tournament, only giving up in his innings those 3 runs against, again, that very powerful squad. Slammers having 8 D1 commits. Robinson really pitching the game of his life. now looking to come into this situation and give the Nationals a boost. As with that, Cooper Hill's going to go down to the bench, as now Byer will take over first base. So I make these adjustments in our scorekeeping app. So again, Davis Jones 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout swinging in his 2 appearances. Has a runner on over at first and third now. Or excuse me, my bad. Does have a runner on over at first and third. Davis Jones at first. And then Cooper Westland at third. As now comes Cameron Tynert up to bat for Lincoln Northstar. This game now a 7-5 lead for the Nationals here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Ty Robinson trying to navigate these waters as best as he can. Coming in with a difficult situation asked upon him to not only keep this lead, but also essentially probably end this ball game. Which is going to be a tough call to have. As we're waiting to get everybody rocking and rolling. And we finally have everybody rocking and rolling. The pitch from Robinson. First one's in there. Strike number 1 to Cameron Tyner, who's 1 for 2, a single, a walk, and struck out looking in his first appearance. He has runners at the corners. Jones at first, Westland at third. Robinson delivers. Runner goes, and that throw is not going to be in time from McIntyre. Is going to get into the outfield. So with that, it's looking like 1 run will come across. And because of that, now this game is a run game for the Nationals. Still 1 out to the name of Lincoln Northstar, but another runner in scoring position for them. Following the bad pitch out, Jones going to safely get on over to third base. So Cooper Westland scores following the wild throw. So with that, now it's a 1-run game, though a 1-2 count now to Cameron Tynert. 1-2. That one's fouled on over to the right field side for still going to stay at 1-2. One and two the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals giving up 3 runs in this inning alone. And now only hold on to a 1-run lead. Robinson delivers. Slow chopper. That's going to throw it on home. And Seiler's going to get the tag out at home plate. And with that, they're able to tag the runner out. 2 are down here in the bottom of the 6th, though they have somebody on at first, but you'll take that any day of the week as they reach Tynert on a fielder's choice. So now, 2 outs and 1 on here, bottom of the 6th. Up comes Caden Steiger, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch, flew out, and then struck out swinging in his 3 appearances this afternoon. Nationals hanging on as that pitch from Robinson is down low, ball number 1, with Tynert on over at first. Ty Robinson looking to get this final out. Still hold on to this 1-run lead. That pitch right down the middle. Strike number 1. 1-1 the count now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals gave up 3 runs in this inning alone. Still holding on now, 1-run lead. Robinson has that turned on, picked up by Jack Polk on to second in time for the last out of the inning. We now head to the top of the 7th. FNBO Nationals leading this ball game still 7-6.
Take care of your property with equipment you can count on, like the Kubota BX and LO1 Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability, and Z-Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles, where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See the full line of Kubota products at your North Platte Kubota on South Highway 83 or online at npkubota.com.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. FNBO Nationals pick up the victory here against Lincoln Northstar. Yep, that is right. Nationals picking up the victory here against Lincoln Northstar through 6 innings, 7 runs on 6 hits. That's right, this is a 6-inning tournament, tournament at the moment, as they defeated them 7-6. 7 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. 6 runs on 11 hits and 1 error to the name, again, of Lincoln Northstar. Hey, that's a great victory for the Nationals. Yes, the last couple of innings kind of ended poorly for them. 7 runs, giving up, let's see here, 5 runs in the last 3 innings, where their offense kind of staggered down. But overall, picking up the victory 7-6. Again, 7 runs on 7 hits and 1 error, compared to 6 runs on 11 hits and 1 error to the name of Lincoln Northstar. We'll take a break. We come back, more post-game highlights here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
FNBO Nationals American Legion Baseball on 98.1 and 1410 AM.
A proven track record of success. It's what you expect, and that's what you get from Lindemeyer Law Office of North Platte. With more than 130 years of combined legal experience, the attorneys at Lindemeyer Law Office have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Attorneys Robert Lindemeyer, Amanda Spikert, Kent Florum, Shantae Durham, and Kent Turnbull are ready. Having the right experience in court is critical. Call Lindemeyer Law Office at 308-534-6740 or visit flatrocklaw.com.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. I'm Farmers Agent Stephen Rhodes. I can help you understand your options so we can prepare for whatever the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. To learn more, call me, Farmers Agent Stephen Rhodes, at 308-534-9050. Find out how I can help you protect the things that matter most.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, bum, bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. A little preventive maintenance can spot problems before they pop up and might even help lower your utility bills. Don't wait till you're sweating in the summer heat to think about your air conditioning and heating pumps. Call Hanson Plumbing and Heating today to schedule your maintenance checks. It's as easy as picking up the phone to stay cool this summer. Call Hanson's 534-5020. Hanson's Plumbing and Heating of North Platte.
The game's in the books. Time for the post-game show on FM 98.1 and online at NorthPlattePost.com.
Welcome back. FNBO Nationals defeating the, Lincoln Northstar. I had to get myself straight there. My brain was somewhere else. Here in game number 1 of their Hastings Kearney tournament, defeating them 7-6, 7 runs on 8 hits, 6 runs on 10 hits, picking up the victory on their side. Of course, Tristan Byer overall will pick up the victory for the Nationals, even though it was getting close to the wire as Ty Robinson picks up the save. Byer going 5 2/3 innings. He's given up 10 hits on the side as well as 6 earned runs. On the side, though, of the Lincoln North side, Lyndon Bregman went 3 innings, and he gave up a grand total of 6 earned run in his effort. Nationals defeating Lincoln Northstar in this game 7-6. We'll take another break. We come back. We'll give you the Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game and our closing notes to set you into day 2 tomorrow, just around the corner.
How would you like to get a warranty on a used car, truck, or SUV? When you purchase a qualified pre-owned vehicle at Premier Toyota in North Platte, it comes with a 6-month or 6,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. 6-month or 6,000 miles, whichever comes first. That is totally awesome when you are buying a pre-owned vehicle. Stop out and talk to the friendly staff at Premier Toyota, just south of I-80 today. Take a test drive and get a warranty on qualified pre-owned vehicles. Let's go places.
Larry's Glass would like to thank all of their valuable customers over the years for voting them #1 in glass replacement. Larry's Glass is a full-service glass company from car windows and storefronts to custom-cut glass, mirrors, and more. If you need glass, Larry's Glass has you covered. They take pride in their work with professional installation and satisfaction guaranteed. Thank you for your patronage over the years and for voting them #1 in glass replacement. Larry's Glass on the corner of 5th and Vine, where they do glass and so much more.
A proven track record of success. It's what you expect, and that's what you get from Lindemeyer Law Office of North Platte. With more than 130 years of combined legal experience, the attorneys at Lindemeyer Law Office have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Attorneys Robert Lindemeyer, Amanda Spikert, Kent Florum, Shantae Durham, and Kent Turnbull are ready. Having the right experience in court is critical. Call Lindemeyer Law Office at 308-534-6740 or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. FNBO Nationals picking up the victory here over Lincoln Northstar 7-6. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Nationals, 1 error to their name compared to 6 runs on 11 hits and 1 error to the name of Lincoln Northstar. Hey, today's Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game going to be going to Carson Johnson today. 3 for 3 from the base pad today with 1 double and 2 singles to his name as well as a walk. Carson Johnson really picking up the offense. Started early and often, got that 1 single to start off the first inning. Then was able to be batted home and did the same thing in the 3rd inning as well as in the 4th inning. So Carson Johnson, today's Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game. When money matters, talk to Marshall Doty, Ameriprise Financial Advisor in North Platte, Nebraska, about professional financial services. Ameriprise Financial Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Again, Nationals picking up the victory today over Lincoln Northstar in game number 1 of the Hastings Kearney tournament. The only time we'll be here in Hastings for this tournament, as tomorrow and Sunday will be in Kearney. Tomorrow's games begin at 12:15 at Memorial Field against Millard North, and then 2:30 at Memorial Field versus Gretna. And then on Sunday, again, an early game, 10 a.m. I know, I got to be up early and I got to get here quite early at Memorial Field versus the Colorado Dirt Devils. That's right, the CO Dirt Devils. I assume that means Colorado. They're coming on down here to this Kearney Hastings tournament. Following the conclusion of this tournament, Nationals will go on the road next Tuesday to take on Ogallala in Ogallala at the last regular season game of the year before the beginning of, you guessed it, Districts Play starting on Friday the 15th and going all the way until the 20th, so 5 straight days. Then a 2-day break, And then, hey, we're there at state. Again, times for district and state have yet to be determined at the moment. So, of course, you'll have to wait for that. But again, Nationals defeating at this day on a beautiful Friday. Lincoln Northstar 7-6 in 6 innings. Nationals 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 error compared to 6 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error for Lincoln Northstar. I'll see you all tomorrow. Nice, I'm going to say bright and early, but at noon with the Nationals taking on Millard North.
Ed is baffled.
I just learned how they make Runza sandwiches.
Explain it for the people, Ed.
They actually make them.
Yep.
Like, before they open in the morning, they're making dough from scratch, letting it rise, shredding cabbage, onions, and cooking it with beef and secret spices.
From scratch every day.
That makes my day.
Thought it might. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
I take great pride in my lawn, and my Raptor zero-turn mower from Hustler gives me the perfect manicured cut I want. With the power, strength, and speed of a professional zero-turn mower, I quickly maneuver around obstacles with ease, allowing me to maneuver around life's most difficult obstacle, time. Hustler Turf Quality Tools, designed to improve quality of life. The Hustler residential family of mowers, starting at just $27.99. Get yours today at Mike's Motorcycle and ATV Repair at 2220 Prospect Plain, North Platte.
Go where the herd goes with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling, all backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty.